Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements and welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the NASDAQ 100 futures chart. Just before I start today's video, for those who are wanting to join my signal service, please head over to my website dailymarketmovements.com. I've left the website link in the description of today's video. I charge a very small fee of $29.99. But to the NASDAQ 100, another day trading in the red, which makes it 3 days in a row. Of course, tomorrow being the final trading session of the week. So it's been a pretty negative week so far here for the NASDAQ 100. We actually had swing lows all the way down at 14,318, but we have bounced off those lows in the past hour or so. I think there's still about 2.5 hours left of the trading session today. So I'm posting these videos out slightly earlier than usual. So there's still an opportunity that we could potentially end above that 50-day EMA, but this is kind of the range where we find ourselves trading, which is pretty much give or take 100 points above or below that 50-day EMA. If we were able to close above it, that should be seen as a short-term positive, and I think that's when we would go and test the 200-day EMA. I wanted to talk a little bit about the VIX. Now, for those who don't know what the VIX is, it's basically a fear index. Where there's a lot of volatility and fear in the markets, the VIX goes up, and then when traders are comfortable and there's perhaps the markets aren't so volatile, that's when the VIX goes down. So basically, bad, the VIX goes up, good, VIX goes down. And what a lot of people do not understand is that actually the VIX works in a series of eights. So every 8 point is a crucial area for the VIX. So 36 was an area where we tested previously, and if we would have broken above 36, that would have been really bad because that would have taken us to around 54. And just to basically show you where the VIX was when it was at 36, it was this area here. So that was a great buying signal for myself when that VIX was at 36, because I personally didn't believe we were going to break above 36. But then, as I've mentioned in the past couple of trading sessions, we've had that significant rally, very quick, very strong, probably a little bit too strong, and I think we've come a little bit too far in such a short period of time, and that's why the VIX has basically plummeted here. We've gone from 36, 37 all the way down to below 20, and I think that what's happening here is just basically the VIX is correcting itself, especially with all of the negative news that's out there with regards to Ukraine and Russia, the Fed tightening their balance sheet, you name it, inflation. I think that the VIX did plummet a little bit too fast, and I think that the VIX has just bounced here. We're testing a 50 and 200-day EMA, and if you were to break above the 50-day EMA here for the VIX, which is currently at 24, then I would see us go to a 28. And if we go to 28 on the VIX, that would then open up the door to trade lower here for the NASDAQ 100. So I'm kind of using the VIX as an indicator to navigate whether we will fall lower for the NASDAQ 100. But as I just mentioned, at this moment in time, we are trading still on that 200-day EMA. We have spiked briefly above the 50-day EMA, but it looks like the bulls have, taken back control. And as I just mentioned in the past hour or so, we have bounced here for the NASDAQ 100. So as long as that VIX can stay below the 50 and the 200-day EMA, I believe that the NASDAQ 100 will trade around the 200 and the 50-day EMA here. By all means, I'm not anticipating for a massive rally towards the swing highs, because the news out there at this moment in time is negative. You can watch Bloomberg News, you can watch CNBC, whatever news channel you prefer. For me, it's CNBC, and all you hear is investors come on and say, yes, there are buying opportunities, but only there's only opportunities to nimble at stocks, little small entries, averaging down. There's no real investors out there at the moment saying, yes, I love this stock, this is the perfect buying opportunity, and I've just dedicated 2, 3, 4% on my portfolio to this stock. Traders, that isn't really the sentiment that's out there at this moment in time. It's more nibbling at stocks, buying little tiny positions, and of course, when you're just buying tiny little trades like that, it's not going to see, you won't see any massive moves towards the upside. So unless we get some more bullish news, I think the NASDAQ 100 will be range bound between 15,300 and the current lows seen today, which is around 14,300. So that's where I think the NASDAQ 100 is at this moment in time. If you're a day trader, absolutely there will be some money making opportunities. But if you're an investor and your time horizon is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, even 10 years, then I think you just have to sit through this. This is just a bleep in the market, and quite frankly, guys, I think in 6 to 12 months' times, everyone would have probably forgotten about this.